Enterprises Nelson Aruma Shawam. Il nous livrera tout sur son entreprise. Entreprise Morari Enterprises, qu'est-ce que c'est? Quels sont les services qu'il nous offre et quelles sont les possibilités de rejoindre cette entreprise? Bonsoir Nelson.
Bonsoir.
Bienvenue à Regard Afrik Télévision.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
It's a pleasure.
Plaisir partagé. Présentez à votre... Voici, chers téléspectateurs, votre entrepreneur qui va nous livrer tout sur son parcours, ses difficultés et même ses objectifs. Nelson, est-ce que vous pouvez dire aux téléspectateurs qui est Nelson Aruma Shawanu?
My name is Nelson Aruma Shawanu. I am a Cameroonian, and I'm 38 today, and a little bit about my history. I'm a student from GBHS Bangui, and I also passed through Lycée Bilingue de Sos, and in 2002 I passed through Polytechnic, and in Polytechnic about a year later I was selected in an exam and offered a scholarship of partnership between the Cameroon government and the Republic of China. And then that's how in 2003 I found myself in Shanghai, where I studied information science in my undergraduate. And from there I was awarded state scholarship by the President of China. And that's how I found myself in Beijing to study in the best engineering university of China, Tsinghua University.
Vous êtes le promoteur de Morari Enterprises. Morari Enterprises, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Yeah, Morari Enterprises, the name Moreri in the Oroko language of Cameroon. Oroko is the ethnic group that is found situated in Meme Division and Dian Division. So Moreri in our language means food. And when you tweak the tone a little bit, it will be Moreri. It means teacher. So we get the inspiration from this word, that Moreri is the food for the brain, presented to you by a teacher. So that's knowledge. So that's the origin of this name. And we conceived this idea in Beijing in 2017, when in my academy as the CEO of an American academy in Beijing, an after-school program. It's called Mayflower Education. So I was the CEO there between 2012 to 2019. And we've been training over 6,000 Chinese kids, and kids as young as 2 years old. And they've been doing some amazing things that I can only square it back with my own history, that I never got to do any of those things between the ages of 2 to 18. And me seeing Chinese kids, Asian kids, American kids, all the kids of the diaspora in China, the ages as early as 5, they could program their own computer games rather than just playing the games of their parents. I could see them put electrical circuits together, robotics, and I just look at their age and the amazement.
It's so wonderful.
So wonderful. And I was just thinking like, wow, I saw myself in the spirit of these kids and some African kids, because we have an African diaspora in China. Yeah, we, especially Cameroon. And Cameroonians, they do excel very well in China, in the Chinese language, in engineering, in medicine, and we have a lot of students that the government sent through this scholarship program who are now back in Cameroon, and they are excelling in their domains. So we will see some of them who will remain in China, and they get integrated into the society. They have children in China, some children with Chinese spouses, and those children, they also come to our academy. So not only Chinese kids. So if I saw kids looking like me, my own complexion, and they were doing amazing things, so I was just thinking in my head, maybe one day can this not only happen to these African kids in China, can it also happen to African kids, Cameroonian kids, why not even kids right in the villages in Cameroon? So it was just like, you know, a lingering thought in our heads. And 2017-18, we sat and I was chatting with some of my American employees that are employed to work in the company in Beijing, and a Cameroonian hiring Americans to work in China. So this is just an accident that I found myself in that position, you know. And I was just talking to them like, we can do something like this in Cameroon, and I will even invite you Americans, African Americans, to probably come back home with me to Cameroon and help me, you know, showcase that these are also partners who can leave America, come to Cameroon and not to China. Cameroon can also be a hub where people are coming there because they are amazing kids, they are intelligent kids, they are smart kids that we can come and really teach and groom and grow them. And my partners were like, if you're looking for a name, can you find a Cameroonian name? So I was just like, okay, I can just put something American sounding, something Chinese sounding. They said, no, look for a Cameroonian name. So that's how we brainstormed, and the name Moreri, which means food and teacher in the Oroko language.
Et quand vous parlez de votre entreprise Moreri Enterprises, est-ce que c'est à Yaoundé ou alors dans votre région que vous avez décidé de l'implanter?
Yeah, my initial idea was my family, since we were based in Kumba in the Meme division. So back in 2015, I got land in Kumba to open a technical school, since I'm of the engineering background. So I was thinking like, if that was just like, without the Moreri idea, I was just thinking like I will open a school in Cameroon, because I've been privileged that the government sent me out there to study, and I should come back and promote education in my own country, all the good things that I've learned overseas. So I had land in Kumba, but when I came back and I said, wow, we're in Cameroon, the way we run businesses also overseas, like geography and location doesn't really matter. Yes, we have to innovate to make sure that we can meet all the learners in all the corners of the world. And today, with the advent of digitalization, it is very much possible with the internet to meet people everywhere. I find myself in Yaoundé, living here with my uncle, the rector of the University of Boya, Professor Ngoma Horace Manga. And so I'm here, I take care of the kids at home. And so I've decided, since I'm here also with my